game. How are we having all of these like primetime games in every franchise? Nonetheless, here we go. Here my mic is on, and here we're going to pick let's wear Color Rush 2017 Color Rush Alternate. That might be the white. I don't really know. As here we go, we are going to be facing the Texans here tonight. The second time we face them today. This is a huge game because if we win, we are 12-2. We got 12-2. That's a crazy record to do. Actually, we might be 12-2. No, I think we're 11-2. I do believe we're 11-2. I think we went 10-1, 11-2. No, we are 12-2. We are 12-2. Who did we face last week? Who faced the CPU? The Titans, I do believe, again, or somebody. As Matt hit 1,500 yards last week. Incredible milestone for him as well. 13 tutties. He wants 2 more this year. I do believe he has enough games to do it. I mean, we've got 2 more games this season. Can he get it finished? We face the Texans, and then next week we have the Minnesota Vikings. As here we go, 0-0. We will be kicking off to Houston to start that game. And keep in mind, last year, the first time we faced the Texans, the first half was ours. Second half, it was very slow. All the other times we faced them, first quarter has always been close, and it's around the second quarter, right before halftime, is where we always erupt. It seems like it's always been that. I mean, usually we were make or break at halftime. In the second half, usually we're about stable. We're tied with the opponent, skill level we're at. As we'll see that happens today. Will Fuller at QB. Will Fuller is gonna take it. Will Fuller going to have 7 on the carry. Will Fuller has been incredible. The first time we faced him, I do believe he had like 100 yards rushing against us. Obviously now, we've kind of figured out the offense a bit more. As well as he threw a touchdown in the first game we faced against DeAndre Hopkins. That's going to be Lamar Miller, who tore his ACL a year ago. Didn't play. Austin Eckler played, and I don't remember who the guy was. Might have been Carlos Hyde that played. Who was it? Johnson has 3rd and 3, going to carry it, and that's going to be a first down for Lamar Miller, as he's been in the offense a bit more. Austin Eckler, and they say he's the starting running back. They say Lamar Miller's the starting running back. They switch it up all the time, as they both see a lot of reps. This will be a pass by Watson, and he throws a pick to Anthony Harris. I believe that's his 10th of the year. So just like that, Houston throws the ball to Indy, and now the Colts are looking to capitalize with some points. So Brissett takes the snap, looking, he's got Mo Ali Cox down to the 26, 17 yards for Mo Ali Cox. And the Indianapolis obviously has some incredible playmakers at receiver, running back. I mean, you name it, they make plays. As here we go, Brissett gonna give it to Paris Campbell, and Paris Campbell has the edge and the touchdown. Pylon. Or the guy goes over the pylon, and he's in, and the Colts take 2 plays and there are in 7-0. Houston Texans already in a predicament. The Indianapolis Colts come out firing on all cylinders. Offense, defense, all cylinders. Even special teams down to the 18 here. Here as 7-0. Will Fuller back in the game. What will we expect from Will Fuller? Will Fuller is gonna pull it, and he's gonna go right up the gut. Will Fuller meets Isaiah Simmons. 12-yard gain for Will Fuller. 1st and 10. I don't expect Will Fuller to run this or to throw this, and he won't. Hand off to Eckler for a gain of 2. So Will Fuller obviously, has been incredible. Almost 19 yards in the day, almost 20. He's obviously on set for another 100-yard game, I do believe. I mean, he's incredible at what he does. He's a very versatile player. As Watson looking, and that is picked by Isaiah Simmons, who stays on his feet down to the 44. Isaiah Simmons makes a play, and like I said, the Colts got better over the offseason. I really do believe that, and that's why I think they could make a run for the Super Bowl. They are a phenomenal team. We'll see what they do as 1st and 10. Looking, Brissett deep to T.Y. Hilton, and it's picked off. Picked off by Justin Reed. Reed. All over it. Oh, it was an overthrow by Brissett. 1st down for Watson. And Watson going to give it to Austin Eckler for a gain of 4, 2 yards, and then a gain of 4 there. It'll be 2nd and 6 as well. They're not out of this game. They're still in it. That's for sure. Never count Deshaun Watson out. Deshaun Watson's gonna slide after a gain of 10. A gain of 10. I think he has a scrambling ability as well. I can't remember. 1st and 10 for Deshaun Watson. Watson looking for DeAndre Hopkins. And he has been insane every time we face him, whatever league it is. I mean, he played incredible against us last week with the Giants, and now, you know, Texans are, you know, looking good with him. Darius Leonard. Oh, it's a guy wide open over the middle. It's Anthony Walker, and the ball's loose. Leonard's on it. Anthony Walker smeared him. And that's why you got to think Anthony Walker stays at that #1 position, that #2 position at linebacker, making plays like that. 1st 10 for Jacoby Brissett and the offense. Brissett gonna go underneath to Cobb and Randall. Yeah, Cobb will pick up a gain of 6.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion.
2nd down.
2nd and 4.
You know, Jacoby Brissett hands this one off to Mack. Marlon Mack has room to run. Marlon Mack, 52-yard touchdown. Wow, my oh my! Nobody expected Marlon Mack to get going this early. 14-0 Indy over Houston. You know, they don't. You know, they're trying to open that run game, that run game a little bit up. You know, they've been passing a lot past couple weeks, or they've been running it down his throat past couple weeks. They threw it because, well, if you guys remember, Houston boxed up Marlon Mack all game last couple weeks, or last time they faced. So, you know, they weren't expecting to run a lot. Where they're passing, I think we got him. You know, he thinks we got to pass. He wants some pressure, and we read it perfectly. We make a play. Incredible.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Watson looking for Fuller. It's one hell of a hit by Kenny Moore. Kenny Moore forces that one out of there. Second and 10. Second and 10. They're going to give this one to Eckler, and he's going to be stuffed. Malik Hooker. And I believe it was Michael Pierce on the play. 3rd and 9. Deshaun Watson. Watson looking for anything. Oh, that's Will Fuller. Out of bounds. Seen him a bit too late. 4th and 9 at die 23, and it'll be a punt by Marshall. Houston will get their defense on the field. They made a stop already. You know, they just gotta stop these big plays. It's what the Colts have really been thriving on all season. You know, they haven't really ran it down anybody's throat. You know, big plays are really thrives their team defensively, offensively. And you know, I don't want to be the guy that says they live off those, but they kind of do. They live off of big plays. Here we go, 1st and 10. Brissett gonna give it to Mack. Marlon Mack, 65 yards on the day so far. That'll be a 1st and 10 for thy Colts. Marlon Mack. Obviously, was talking about his goals the other day and said, listen, one of my goals, I want to see another Super Bowl. I want to go to the Super Bowl. And, you know, he's doing everything he can so far. You know, he's making plays against the Texans that nobody really expects. It's 1st and 10. Marlon Mack stays in bounds. 1st down, 84 yards for him on thy day. Marlon Mack has been incredible for what he's been able to do. Gotta send T.Y. Hilton in motion. Jacoby Brissett gonna give it to Marlon Mack. He's almost gone. Zach Cunningham is gonna be the man to stop him. Oh man, that was almost a touchdown. As here we go, gonna give it to Marley on Mack again. And this first half, he has over 200 yards. Incredible game from him so far. Marley on Mack gonna hit the football, and he's tired, you can tell. Lost it too, and he goes under 100 yards today, so you know that will affect him. As here we go, that'll be Nyheim Hines going out wide. Jacoby Brissett. Brissett is gonna throw one up to Nyheim Hines for the touchdown. The Indianapolis Colts running back is an incredible pass play. He's an incredible receiving running back, and he shot it right there. Gets off the line, gets the separation, and makes the dive play. And you know, he, for the second string running back, he sees a lot of reps. He makes a lot of plays. Again, like last year, he's seen a lot more obviously due to Marlon Mack injury for I believe he was out for 8 weeks, so 4 weeks. Came back in die playoffs, didn't miss a beat. You know, incredible. 21-0 Fuller. Obviously, we know what Will Fuller is going to do. He's going to hand this one off to Eckler. Some today, as usually, you know, this team usually averages 150 rushing yards as a team, and only, you know, under 100 a game. Passing yards, they average about 150 passing yards, 150 rushing yards. They're averaging like 130 yards a game. As this is Will Fuller. He's down the field almost for a touchdown. 36 yards for him on that day. And that just shows 64 rushing yards in the first half. They're already on pace for 150. Not the passing yards though. This is going to be Austin Eckler, and it'll be a 3-yard gain for Eckler. 5 rushes, 15 yards for him on the day. 2nd and 7. And that's going to be Eckler going nowhere. Anthony Walker, who has been having a breakout game today. Obviously, Bobby Okereke, you know, I think was starting to take over, you know, getting a lot of tackles, been a very secure tackler, and now today, you know, fortunately that was not the case. That's going to be thrown up to Hopkins. Oh, he wanted it again. Hopkins made a play like that early on this year, and unfortunately this time, the Colts are ready for it. I think, you know, they were kind of ready for it from the get-go. Watching the fake, Isaiah Simmons was all over. There we go. And that's going to be Hopkins. Hangs on. Anthony Harris, an incredible. He's a big safety, but, you know, it's not how they use him. They use him as a linebacker now. As that's going to be Isaiah Simmons for his 2nd one on the day. 2 picks for Isaiah Simmons. Simmons and the rookie making a case for Rookie of the Year, maybe. Incredible. Obviously, Colts have been very good with rookies the past couple of years, and Darius Leonard in them. And this will be Marlon Mack. Mack gonna run it now to the 45. And it'll be 2nd and 4. On 177 yards total offense. We have been clicking today. So looking, that's gonna be Randall Cobb on the sideline. Cut. 67 yards for Brissett today. Not, you know, he's not thrown as well as, you know, well, he's not thrown for many, considering, you know, they have really let Brissett take they really let Marlon Mack take the wheel. He goes nowhere there. 8 rushes, 103 yards. He's had it, yeah, that's true. He has had his way. He's pretty much been this defense over for the majority of the game, and yeah, all right, there's not what they wanted. As looking, Brissett, quick on the hit. J.J. Watt makes an play, and that's a huge play, because that might just put the Colts, or it does put them out of field goal range, but now it puts them in a very good spot to, you know, finish the Colts here. You know, keep them out of field goal range, force them, you know, to make a mistake, get another sack, you know, make a play. As on first down. That is Paris Campbell. He's open. And what a day from the former rookie. Paris Campbell scores yet again. His second touchdown of the day. He had a rushing touchdown earlier. I think it was like a 20-yard gain. I don't remember. And that right there, that's like a 44-yard touchdown, I do believe. Or that touchdown in 28-0. Indy looking good. Like I said, they usually start very slow against Texans. Today they have been off to a firing start, not even forcing the ball, just getting the ball down the field, and you know, making plays so far. So here we go, 1st and 10. Deshaun Watson only has a minute to go. He's got to make a play here, and he's gonna go nowhere. Michael Pierce. 2nd and 17, and obviously, you know, you wouldn't expect the Colts to get a lot of sacks. You know, Texans have an incredible O-line, yeah, and you know, the Colts never actually had like an insanely good D-line. You know, they don't really drive off of sacks. That's gonna be Anthony Harris, not gonna get that. That's a huge hit by Darius Leonard, and that'll be a 3rd and short, 25 seconds to go. That's a huge play for the Indianapolis Colts, and now if you're Texans QB Deshaun Watson, you know, you're worried about how this goes, and that's a sack by Justin Houston at the 26, and the Colts are going to call a timeout. And with 20 seconds to go, the Texans are going to go for it. You know, I think they're getting frustrated. They're thinking, you know, we got to score now. You know, this game might be over already. I think you know, they got to see something that they really liked, you know, to go for this as Deshaun Watson. Watson making a crap ton of audibles. Watson needs something, anything. Dean Lowry drops a pick. 16 seconds to go at the 26. Colts could run up the score to 35 here. You think they do? I mean, you're not half yet. You know, you're still scoring here. You know, you're still trying to make plays. As Brissett gonna throw one to Hilton, incomplete. 5 for 7, 111 yards and a tutty. I mean, you can't say that's a terrible game at all. That's a not too bad of a game at all. That's J.J. Watt outside over there, and that's going to be a pitch or a screen to Paris Campbell, who can't get anywhere. 8 seconds to go, 3rd and 6, and they're going to stay on the field to call what looks to be one last play. I mean, I don't see them calling any more than one play. As they're going to throw one up to Eric Ebron, and it's picked. Texans stop him. Brissett had to take a shot at the end zone, and it's gonna be a knee by Watson. And let's get that football at half. Watson will take this one to half. 28-0. It's gonna have to come back in the wild card a couple years ago, which today is the wild card game in real life, as you know, they made some hell of plays. The Colts have yet to see the wild card. They got a 1st round bye last year, and right now, if they continue to go, they're gonna have 1st one bye this year. They barely got a 1st round bye last year. Last year, that was the hardest 1st round bye I think they've ever had to get. That wasn't close. That was, you know, incredible how they were able to manage that 1st round bye. As here we go. 0 points. The Colts have allowed 0 points today. If they can keep, now the question is, can they keep that going? Snap by Jacoby. Brissett rolling out, looking for Eli Apple, damn near. Brissett way off target there. Wide open too. That's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Yeah, I'm wide open. Not gonna give it to Marlene. Marlene Mack. Marlene Mack is loose once again to the 43-yard line. 1st down, Indianapolis. My oh my, they have ended this man today. And they're gonna give it back to Marlene Mack. Marlene Mack to the outside. 1st down again. 148 yards for him on the day. And you can't say, you know, he's not played good, because he's playing phenomenal right now. Marlene Mack has been refused to go down the backfield here. They get him in the backfield right when he gets in the zone. It seems like that's always the case every week. You know, they get this man when he's in the zone, but Yeah, it's whatever. Brissett takes the snap. Jacoby gonna go to Campbell, who's been having a day today. And he's down to the 12. 133 yards for Brissett throwing. And, you know, it's been a while since they've had a runner run for more than their quarterback. But, you know, today they get back on that, as this will be Marlene Mack following Mo Ali Cox, who gets the block and gets Marlon Mack in the end zone. Touchdown, Colts. You know, 2 picks by Jacoby Brissett has not been, you know, what he's won. It's been lackluster, not to say the least. I mean, he has some wide open guys he's missed. Today. And he's already really announced that, you know, this might be his last year in Indy. You know, they haven't came on extension with a contract, so they haven't, you know, decided on anything they want. And, you know, this could be his last year, obviously. Colts signed him for 2 years before last year, you know, saying he's a franchise. You know, he's a system quarterback. Do you pay a system quarterback that much? I don't think so, especially after today's lackluster performance. Yeah, everybody has bad games, but it seems like his kid been coming in. You know, Jalen Hurts has been playing phenomenal all season, and that's going to be Harris. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Haskins resorted to throwing for the first time in forever. He stopped doing that early in this game. 2nd and 10. Brissett. Fake. Brissett looking. Jacoby's pass, or Walton's pass, is going to be picked by Kenny Moore. And Kenny Moore emerges. Kenny Moore is gone. Pick 6. Indianapolis. 42-0. I don't think they've ever played this phenomenal. 5 turnovers, 4 picks, 1 forced fumble. 42-0. Indianapolis over Houston. 42-0. Kiki Cutie will take this one out. And it's going to be Zaire Franklin taking him down at the 20, and they have not gotten the 25. I think you just give up on taking these back. Honestly, you're not getting to the 25, and man, at this rate, my Franklin never will. As 1st and 10, Malik Hooker is going to play a nice roll. Will Fuller looking dirty with it. Nowhere to go. No yardage. And you know what they're starting to do? Malik Hooker. They're starting to figure out when Will Fuller's in the game. What's going to happen? This is going to be Will Fuller taking it. Nowhere to go. Only a gain of 4. And, you know, they're trying really hard to get Will Fuller to, you know, erupt on the scene, but it's just not happening. 3rd and 6. Hand off to Eckler. And Austin Eckler will go backwards. And on 4th down, Will Fuller's on the field. Will Fuller going to hand it off to Eckler. And Eckler's going to go backwards on the dive play. And that'll be 4th down. That'll be a turnover. Indianapolis up 42-0. I think Marlon Mack's actually coming really close to his goal of how many yards he wanted. As 1st and 10, Marlon Mack. Marlon Mack's got the blocks. He's got the edge. Down to the 4. 2 tutties. Yeah, he's got his 15 touchdowns, 1,500 yards. Now he's realistically just looking for more. You know, he's looking to, you know, break a record or something here. As 1st and goal for Marlon Mack. Marlon Mack. Nowhere to go whatsoever. Lost of a yard. 176 now on the game. And, you know, that was an incredible play by the Texans defense. You know, when you struggled this much all game, you know, it's good to finally get a stop. As this will be Marlon Mack, and Marlon Mack finds the end zone the next play. Touchdown. Over 180 yards today, rushing, and 3 tutties. Marlon Mack. I mean, Melvin Gordon trying to come back after missing 7 games, coming from that #1 spot. He was off to a hell of a start. This will be a kickoff by Rigoberto Sanchez. 49 zip. Houston, you know, I'm not saying they're giving up, but it's not looking good. 3rd quarter, 1:47 to go. You know, I mean, the Colts really, you know, usually at a half, you know. This is a start to finish game that they've been waiting for. I mean, they came off of a loss of Chargers, you know, they're kind of slow last week, you know, weren't looking hella good. It's the Jets, and now, you know, look at them. They're looking good. They're looking hella amazing. And, you know, that's because, you know, they, so far, came out of the gate gunning, playing phenomenal, playing at their peak performance, start to finish. I'd say Jacoby Brissett obviously has been off on 3 passes today. 2 that led to picks, 1 that led to a incompletion that would have been like a 50-yard grab. So, you know, that does tend to suck, as that'll be incomplete for Thomas. I don't know if it's Demarius Thomas or not. And 4th and 4. I just don't think Houston punts this one. They've not been punting all day. And indeed, they will come out going for it. 4th and 4. Watson needs anything. Watson's going to throw it up, and incomplete. Kenny Moore gets him out of bounds. How about that? Incredible performance by Kenny Moore.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down,
Jacoby Brissett gonna give it to Marlon Mack, who has been stuffed there. Only a yard on the play. They've been waiting to stop this man all day, and I think that's what they were waiting for right there. A really good play right there. Jacoby Brissett gonna give it to Marlon Mack. Marlon Mack has the blocks and the end zone touchdown. The 4th tutty today. The 4th tutty today. 55. Now, if this kick from Joyce Lai is good, it is. He's been phenomenal today. No completions, you know, kicking that many times. I'm surprised. 56 today. I don't think any of the best kickers, you know, are gonna shank something once in a while, you know. Pressure, something will happen, you know, and they're gonna miss a kick. Obviously, you know, I think once you hit miss as many as Evan and Terry did, you know, it's more of a personal, you know, it's not, you know, at the point where, you know, it happens, you know, and sometimes it happens on game winners. I'm gonna be honest. Like, obviously, there's a lot of kickers, you know. I don't think any kicker I can think of just happened to miss a game winner kicker, except that Vikings kicker that lost the wild card game against the Seahawks. I know it was just a bad kick. He was phenomenal before then, as this will be a huge play by Deshaun Watson, who's going to set his feet and look to throw. He's got it. Watson all day, incomplete. 72 yards passing. That's not terrible. This is actually a decent game from Watson. Deshaun Watson with the fake. Deshaun Watson looking sacked by Justin Houston. A little bit of lag, and 2nd and 20.
The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
2nd and 20.
Here's Watson.
Deshaun Watson's gonna look to run, and he's lost the football, and Darius Leonard's on it. What a hit! Anthony Harris forces it, and Leonard falls on it. His 2nd fumble that he's fell on today.
And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely, that's been representative.
Jacoby Brissett gonna give it to Marlon Mack again, and Marlon Mack finds a hole in the defense once again down to the 9-yard line. 260 yards of total offense today. Incredible.
We're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
I didn't mean to do that. And that's going to be a handoff to Marlon Mack, and he's going to score his 5th touchdown today. 5th. His 5th rushing touchdown today. 50, now 63-0. And it's not even the fact that, you know, they're trying to run up the score. It's just the fact that Houston cannot contain their run. I mean, I'm not trying to throw it anymore. They just cannot contain their run, and it's incredible. As New England, my goodness, an incredible game. As Alvin Kamara had 163 yards and 2 touchdowns, maybe 3. Deontay Freeman.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to.
I think Watson, you know, goes back to the triple option play that, you know, has worked for them all season. Lamar Miller almost took one all the way. 5 rushes, 28 yards. He struggled this year. There's no doubt about that. 1st and 10, Deshaun Watson. Gonna pull it, and I thought he was gonna go to his swingman. And Isaiah Simmons will go after him, and that's a smart play. You know, you got people over, you know what they're trying to do. 2nd and 11. It's gonna be a fake. They're gonna look somewhere deep. That's gonna be popped up and incomplete. Darius Leonard all over him. He has 2 fumble recoveries today. Incredible performance by him. As Deshaun Watson gonna hand it off here, and that's gonna be way in the backfield. Eckler loss of 5. Man, my oh my, with 4 and 16 to go. You know they're gonna go for it, and they're gonna come out with a punt. My oh my, I think that, you know, like Colts haven't even tried to run the ball. I mean, not run the ball, like trying to run this game. You know, they're trying to run it out. It's 2 minutes to go. This will be Terry Godwin on the return, and it's not too late for Terry Godwin to, you know, try to take something out of the 19. And, you know what they're trying to do. Obviously, you know, they're not trying to run up that score. More so, trying to end the game with the run. You don't obviously want to progress the football when you run it. As Jacoby Brissett is gonna give it to Mack, and he lost 5. Incredible. I haven't seen a lot of carries that, you know, the Marlon Mack's been stuffed that bad. Somehow a lag here. I'm not gonna cap. 2nd and 14. Marlon Mack is going to get a nice carry of 7, 21 rushes. His average is incredible. Let's be honest about that. Incredible average for him on the day. 3rd and 7. Brissett. Another handoff to Marlon Mack. Marlon Mack is going to pick up the 1st down. 2-minute warning hits. As Colts over the Texans here. Significantly. 1st and 10. This will be Jacoby Brissett. Gonna give it to Mack. Marlon Mack. Oh, it's stuffed. Not even a yard.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 9. Brissett. Obviously, he might think I'm passing here. I'm definitely running it. 2nd and 9. Hand off to Marlon Mack, and he'll pick up 3 on the play, and that'll be 3rd and 6. So, you know, they might get the ball back here if they want to. So they can stop Marlon Mack from getting 6 yards. Marlon Mack not going to get any yards, maybe a yard if that. I'll get 2, and that'll be a punt by Indianapolis. Sanchez punt is up. Sanchez's punt. EQD's not even going to take that one, let it bounce. And oh, Quincy Wilson got slapped down at the 20. And here we go. The last drive of the game for either team, arguably. Deshaun Watson will probably look to, you know, get something down the field, you know, trying to make a play. Steen Lowry. 38 seconds to go. And they're going to call a little bit of hurry up, you know. They're not going to, you know, try to do anything. As that'll be a 1st down. Clock continues to tick. Deshaun Watson's not going to call his timeouts. He's going to continue to let the clock tick. And that'll be Anthony Harris to slap him down. Watson damn near 100 yards today throwing 63-0. That's just not something you want to see. .105. He still came back and played pretty well. 68%. Obviously, Watson and Fuller. See Watson, 4 picks. Jacoby Brissett, only 133 yards with 2 tutties. Marlon Mack damn near broke 300. 293 yards, 5 tutties. Puts him at 18 touchdowns this year. Paris came about 26 yards. Nobody else on our team really had anything. He had not 100. He might have had 100 yards rushing. Receiving. Paris Campbell, 66 yards. I don't think T.Y. Hilton even caught the ball yet, no. Randall Cobb at 26. Hines, 24. Cox, 17. Blocking, no pancakes, just 2 sacks, 3 sacks allowed by them. Anthony Walker had 8, Harris had 8, Lowry had 8 or 6. Tackles for loss. McKinney had us 3 times in the backfield. Pierce had 2 sacks, 2 for Houston, 1 for Pierce, 1 for Watt, 2 picks for Simmons, 1 for Gibson, 1 for Reed, 1 for Moore, 1 for Harris, and like 4 fumbles, 1 for Walker, and 1 for Harris. 2 were picked up by him, as 1 was a Kenny Moore pick, 6 for 60 yards. Incredible. 63 to 9-0 is not something to joke about. Incredible how, yeah, that worked out. I mean, that's just crazy, That's crazy to me. Okay. You can shut the door. Here's the fucking decency to shut the damn door. Just don't come back in here, bitch. Here we go. Darius went up to a 92 overall. He's gonna get zone coverage, agility, block shedding, man coverage, pursuit. Not terrible things at all. 91 overall, 92 with morale. Ryan Kelly is an 85, now an 86, and 89 with morale. So that's kind of crazy. And Sean Kaiser even has an upgrade point up too, and 67 overall, which I do believe that's what Jalen Hurts is. He might be 69, I think now. As that's what we needed, a huge game. No, I mean we probably first now. If we're not, it's gotta be close. And if we're not, then we're not winning it. That was an incredible game. Marlon Mack, Melvin Gordon. Okay, would need 300 yards to beat him. Obviously touchdowns. He's got him tied. Who does he face? Or did he already face? He's already played. So. Let me see if I can say something about the Texans. And Melvin Gordon did consider retirement after his injury. He came back. It's going to be crazy. Vikings next week. We don't have a Vikings team, do we? So, I don't know who he faces next week. Next week. If he has somebody that can box him up, that'd be perfect for us. So, Raiders. So, it's just going to be who can dot up, who can destroy, who can, manipulate the CPU the best. As if you guys want to see, you put the MVP so far. Yearly awards. Baker Mayfield's winning it. Telvin Smith right behind him. Tyreek Hill, Lamar Jackson, Zeke. Mack is 6th. I don't know how Zeke's over him. Coach of the year. We're right now our coach of the year, Frank Reich. AFC Offensive Player of the Year. Mack is 2nd. Defensive Player of the Year is Anthony Harris. So it's cool to see. I think we only have 1. He's a crap ton on his. Holy shit. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Laviska Shenault. We don't have one. Defensive Rookie of the Year is AJ Penza. Trevor Diggs, and then it's Isaiah Simmons. So Isaiah Simmons is not number 1. QB. Man, we didn't even make the top 10. Mac, obviously number 1. Receiver, we probably have like nobody. O-line, Quentin Nelson. D lineman, Justin Houston at 8. Linebacker Harris is up there. Everybody else, DB, Hooker, Desir, Simmons, and kicker. I think our kicker should definitely be up here, and he's not. So, there's lots of Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, hit the like button as hard as possible again, and I'll see you guys next time when we face the Vikings to try to make Marlon Mack the greatest running back in the NFL. Peace out.